conflict with already powered people. So in some instances, you're bound to see some sparks. So in my experience, in 2010 to 2013, masyado yatang na-empowered yung iba naming volunteer, dinimanda na si Kapitan. So yan, tapos meron din kami mga cases na hindi talaga nila na-appreciate ang community-driven development. Parang during the 2010, siguro some people found it too fast. Kasi may hinahabol din kasi lahat ng timeline ng national government, di ba? So, while we capacitate them through conferences, seminars, we also have to work in a timeline. Di ba? We cannot wait. Diba? Hindi pwede na, ay, mahina pa yung aming isang barangay, ibang timeline sila. So we're all working in a single timeline, so we cannot afford to wait for those lagging behind. Pero it's a reality na not all communities are in the same degree of readiness. Diba? So isa yung naging problema namin with the CTD. And culturally, I discovered in my experience with the CDD, culturally, I don't know if this is true in your municipalities, yung consultative leadership as practiced by the CDD is sometimes viewed as weak leadership. May ganung pagtingin eh. Consultative leadership is weak leadership. Diba? Ito yung sa paradigm model ni kung political science kayo, yung Pangulo leadership ni Remigio Agpalo. Diba? The strong leader is the leader who decides by himself. So in some cultural context, I don't know if this is true in yours, but it was true in some of ours, na a bottom-up approach could be perceived as weak leadership. And in my personal case, I was susceptible to this accusation kasi medyo batang-bata pa ako noon. So, it was an easy charge na pwedeng i-level against me. So, that's one of the hazards din of bottom-up consultative leadership, di ba? Baka nami-perceive ng iba na you're consulting because you don't know. Di ba? Samantalang you're consulting because other people may have better. Di ba? Not necessarily you don't know, but other people may have better ideas than you, di ba? So yun. And then, yung negative experience ko pa with the negative experience. Yung negative experience pa namin with the CDD is yung in the guise of the bottom-up budgeting. So when the bottom-up budgeting came to our municipality, the Sangguniang Bayan felt slighted. Kasi di ba yung guidelines ng bottom-up budgeting, it's for the community to decide. The mayor has the ministerial duty to sign what was decided by the community. Formally, the mayor was not granted the power to veto the community plan. Diba yung LPRAP? Diba? The community is the one to prepare the LPRAP. Whatever was decided by the community for the LPRAP, the mayor and the Sangguniang Bayan had to ministerially acknowledge. Diba? There was never a mention that the mayor could veto whatever was in the LPRAP. So, during my time, there was a perception by the Sangguniang Bayan that this was an incursion sa kanilang kapangyarihan to decide on the projects needed by the community. So, that was one source of friction. So, sa aming munisipyo, sa bottom-up budgeting, we were allocated 15 million pesos yata at that time, and that was that was, the 15 million allocation sa amin was disapproved by the Sangguniang Bayan. So, nawala sa amin yung pera ng bottom-up budgeting because it was disapproved by the Sangguniang Bayan. So, yun ang one of the personal bilang pagsusog kay Engineer Tipay na the hazards, the disadvantages of the bottom-up approach and the hazards to a politician. So anyway, the real strength of the community-driven development, in my opinion, is in the identification of small infrastructure projects that communities actually prefer. The municipality, of course, tries to collect proposed projects for the EIP through inputs from barangay development councils and the Sangguniang Bayan. But there is probably no substitute to the process of actual deliberation of project priorities at the barangay level by people who actually bother to show up. The CDD model brings to the fore small projects that may be missed and not prioritized by the municipal government, not because the municipal government is dismissive of such small concerns or projects, but the municipal government development council does get swamped by project requests and may not know how to filter or use prioritization tools. So, sa pagtingin ko, yung one advantage of the CDD model from the perspective of a mayor swamped by requests is yung CDD model can actually help a mayor by making it as a prioritization tool. Diba? Kasi pag mayor ka, you get requests left and right by your favorite barangay kapitan. Lalo na ngayon, everybody needs to appear pogi. So, you get swamped by all the requests. So, minsan hindi ko na napasyalan kung ano yung i-request sa'yo. Wala ka talagang tool to prioritize the projects. Depende na lang siguro who is the closest to your heart. Diba? So sometimes, there are so many people vying for your affections. So medyo nagiging bias din ang opinion ng mayor at ng development council. So I view the CDD model as a filtering or prioritization tool useful for mayors confused. Diba? At maganda rin talaga yung CDD, ang kalagang strength talaga niya is in selecting and citing of small community infrastructure projects to better match community preferences. But in my experience, if selection and citing of small projects is the strength of CDD, ang isang kahinaan ng CDD is the implementation. Capacity to implement projects, we have to admit, is a skill that you build through time. And you can hardly expect novice volunteers to equal the proficiency of an engineering unit in project management. Diba? Much as we'd like to encourage our volunteers, we also have to be reasonable and realistic that these are volunteers new to project implementation. So you cannot really expect that the quality of their projects can equal the quality of the projects ng mga unit na yun na yung trabaho nila talaga from the beginning pa. Yeah. Also, during my term, I observed some friction between the elected barangay officials and the kalahing volunteers revolving around this point as the CCD model can be perceived by some barangay officials as a competitor, not as a complement in the implementation of projects in the barangay. So, yung nga yung isang experience namin sa isang barangay, yung isang kapitan, i-evict niya yung mga volunteer. So, totoo to. Ang isang pulong barangay, i-try na i-evict yung volunteer at patawag siya ng another special assembly. Specifically, the agenda was to evict the volunteer. So ito naman volunteer na niya, masyado rin empowered because of thanks to the CDD model, pumunta na ng ombudsman. So, yun. So, it could be a source of friction between the barangay officials and the volunteers. Although, ang major contribution daw ng CDD model, ng participatory budgeting, is to encourage daw the participation of the people in local governance. I was made aware na mayroong ginawang yung Millennium Challenge Corporation. There was an evaluation of the Kalahi seeds. And one of the findings, if you remember, there was no increase in participation sa local governance after the Kalahi projects. So, hindi ko alam kung totoo ba yun, na there's no increase in participation after the Kalahi. Yung evaluation ng Millennium Challenge Corporation, parang hindi yung tugma sa aking obserbasyon. Kasi there was a very visible increase sa experience ko in the participation for the Kalahi. Although we will only know later after the Kalahi wraps up kung what is the actual impact on participation in local governance. Although, anecdotally, what I can say, at ito yung palagay ko isa pang hindi nabanggit na malaking kontribusyon ng Kalahi at CDD, not only in identifying small infrastructure project, ang malaki pang magandang bahagi ng CDD through Kalahi, it provides a platform and an incubation space for future barangay leaders. Kasi alam natin sa Pilipinas, walang political party system, non-partisan daw ang barangay. Walang gumagawa ng political function o political recruitment. How do you train and develop future barangay and municipal leaders? Yeah. So, in my opinion, isa pa yun sa strength ng CDD na this is an incubation for future barangay leaders. Tapos ngayon na, after 9 years na nawala ako for mayor, nung bumalik ako, meron na, for example, sa isang barangay, yung aming dating Kalahi volunteer will be running as barangay kapitan ngayon, no matter how much you dissuade him. Talagang gusto niyang magkapitan. So magandang kanya na hindi lang ang CDD nakakapagpadala ng infrastructure projects. Mahirap kasi bigyan ng value yung political leadership. Yeah. Yung FMR easy to monetize. But the value of the political leadership you recruit and you develop through CDD, I don't think you can monetize. So, dahil sa aming negative experience with the CDD, we are waiving the next cycle. Kasi mahirap na, baka matalo ako ulit. Pero joke. Actually, we are not leaving Kalahi. Although, I have a proposal na niluto namin sa aming munisipyo na after 9 years of the CDD, and the Kalahi, I think it's about time na we have internalized dapat the values of participatory budgeting, community empowerment, CDD. I think it's about time for the municipality to institute its own CDD initiative, even without the DSWD. Diba? So, yung aking proposal, I don't know if siguro we can discuss in some other fora, pero this is what we are hoping to do in the municipality. So, I hope to siguro kasi pinaplanuhan namin to before I was ceremoniously booted out of office. Ang the plan namin ng PCCED, yung NGO partner namin, was to institute the participatory budgeting and the CDD into the formulation of the local development fund. So perhaps we could allocate a portion of the development fund of the municipality specifically for CDD. For example, kung halimbawa 50 million, maybe a fourth of that amount we allocate na for CDD. We have to trace this out with the Sangguniang Bayan, pero my plan is to allocate the fund, a portion of the 20% development fund for CDD, and to develop community development council by clustering barangays. Kasi yung CDD natin with Kalahi, ang ating arena is the barangay. So, I was thinking now, maybe we could begin to address inter-barangay concerns by clustering barangays and instituting CDD. So, baka pwede kayo mag-allocate ng pera sa kada cluster, and then, yun na yung magiging CDD nila. Tapos, ang magiging goal na namin sana, rather than, kasi supposedly nagawa na natin yung empowerment, we already capacitated the volunteers, maybe as one of our goals, we could move to include social cohesion and democratization. Kasi alam naman natin baga, yung nangyayari sa eleksyon natin, medyo naka-fracture yung mga lalo na with the advent of the online platforms, it's very easy to compartmentalize people. So, di ba? So, yung mga similar people, they tend to move with similar people without encountering people other than their types. So, one potential contribution of CDD clustering na naisip ko is to promote yung social cohesion ng mga tao, and at the same time, begin to address inter-barangay developmental concerns that may have escaped the purview of the CDD Kalahi. So, yun, I don't know how we can discuss this later. Tapos, basta yung aming naisip na Community Development Council is to organize grassroots organizations and community programs into local units as a bridge between the municipal government and the community, and also to increase social capital and infrastructure, to encourage self-help and community bonds sa aming munisipyo. So, yun lamang po. Maraming pong salamat, at sana hindi pa ito yung huli nating pagkikita.